Hi friends, I just wanted to make a quick video about how does some person who is not a scientist or, somebody who's just a regular old person, how do you know which studies to read, which studies to believe, which studies to trust, and which ones you shouldn't? So there's four main things that I came up with in my own mind, and this is what I put into effect so that I could essentially get a cohesive message, just so that I can understand what the heck is going on. Because you can find studies that say eggs are good. You can find studies that say eggs are bad. You can find studies that can say everything is good and everything is bad. And how do you then figure out what's right, what's wrong, what's essentially fraudulent? So, number one, figure out who paid for the study. So, more modern studies, the majority of them, they will say in the beginning, they will list any affiliations. If those affiliations are big food, or big pharma, or the sugar industry, you can kind of take that with a grain of salt, because their scientists have to come up with studies and experiments that essentially say their products are amazing. And yeah, so you kind of have to consider the source of the money. That's number one. Another one is the kind of the same. If certain religious organizations funded the studies or did the studies, then essentially it is going to go along with their religious propaganda. And quite frankly, that is also biased. So any of those I basically disregard. Because, I can do a study and I can tell you that I am the best artist in the world and you should all buy my stuff. Funded by me. Oh, if you could just take a second to maybe like and subscribe, that would be great, but that's my blurb. And then the second thing is, if it says epidemiological, that is just a questionnaire. Don't trust it. It's literally just, asking you questions like, do you eat cake? Cake has eggs. Cake is bad for you. Therefore, eggs are bad for you. Do you eat pizza? Pizza has meat. Pizza's bad for you. Therefore, meat is bad for you. So even if the researchers want to be on the up and up, unfortunately it's really hard for these people to not let their bias in. And I'm really sorry, apparently everyone in the world is going over in a plane right now. I've literally tried to make this video 7 times. And I have to stop it because every time there's a plane. I'm not going to stop it again. So I'm so sorry if you hear the plane. So the other things that I wanted to bring up is essentially know the difference between relative risk and actual risk. Actual risk is the actual risk, which is usually much more diminutive than the relative risk. And this is where a lot of the drug companies come into play. They will say things like statins are 40% more likely to save your life or extend your life or whatever, when the actual risk is like less than 1%, which usually equals out to like 2 to 4 days. And then you get all that misery that comes along with statins. But anyway, that is another soapbox for another time. But essentially, the actual risk is the actual risk. The relative risk is this mathematical formula that they do to just blow up these numbers. And that, my friends, is just how you do it. Like, if you kind of stick to those 4 things, it really makes studies and experiments easy. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.